I'm only gonna say this one time. The biggest way to tell that your life is moving in the direction of you being the best version of yourself and having your goals and your desires, and you are on that timeline, is that something changes. For myself, it was like all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I want to buy some dresses. I want to wear skirts. I want to polish my nails. I want to do a new hairstyle. I want to do this, that, and the fourth. And my style changed. And I was like, I want to wear makeup. Right? So if you go back in my videos though, I'm talking about, hey, I don't wear makeup and that's all and that's fine. That's where I was at the moment. But now I just have this urge where I'm just like, ooh, I want to do this. I want to do these different styles and everything. That's a sign of up leveling. Now, I'm not saying for you it's going to be the same exact thing, but you're going to notice there is something different. Maybe in a difference in the way that you talk. Maybe you're interested in learning more about communicating and negotiating and femininity, feminine energy, whatever. But it's something that is different. And people are going to see that in your energy. They're like, oh, well, something's a little different with you. What's going on? You have this glow to you. That's because there's a change. Any change that happens, and especially like these things, these noticeable changes, lets you know that, boom, you are shifting into the reality that you desire. That is a telltale sign. So don't mark it off and be like, oh, well, I don't know if things are working, if things are changing, are my goals happening? Am I manifesting my dreams? Take a look at yourself. Do you feel like you're the exact same person, or you feel like you're the same as you were 2 weeks ago? Do you feel like you're the same? And another thing here, and listen good to this, because this part pertains to you for real. If you feel like your life is monotonous, it's getting boring, well, that is telling you that you are resisting change. Okay? I know this is hitting home for you. You're resisting change, so you feel bored, you feel monotonous, you feel like, oh my gosh, something needs to change or I'm gonna go crazy. That's because it's time. And the fact that you are listening to this and watching this video, you are becoming self-aware of it. So now that you're self-aware of that, guess what? There's gonna be a change. But it's up to you to take that action though, because you're gonna have the urge to do something different. So take it, queens, take it and do what you will with it, but you are on the right track. Put in the comments below, what word can we use now, y'all? Amazing. To let me know that you are following along with this and this message like just struck home for you. I was reading some of that book by Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. And so I was on the part, I didn't get through the whole book, y'all, though, not yet. But I was reading the part where he was talking about Anna. And basically he was saying this woman, she had like health conditions and everything. And then she started doing the meditations that he gave her. And she kept on doing them. And she started to get addicted more so to the good feelings, we don't even have to say good feelings, like the higher vibe feelings of feeling happy and feeling good and feeling, all of that, right? And before, she was more in survival mode where she was feeling frustrated when things would happen, when she had those health conditions and all this other stuff. But, what came to mind when I was reading that is if you get to the point where you realize that everything in your physical reality is not so solid, and that can change at any moment when you just shift realities to the reality you actually desire, then nothing is really going to give you a bad experience. Like these so-called bad experiences and things going wrong, that won't be a thing anymore, because you're going to be able to shift the experience that you have with that thing. Like, okay, if you have a bill that's due and you're like, at first you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to pay it. If you realize that's not so solid, and it's kind of like you're an observer in this reality, and you shift your experience, you want to acknowledge if you have a limiting belief coming up, so go ahead and do that. And once you do all that, give that a positive meaning and say that, you can say, this just shows me that I have an upgraded lifestyle. Ooh, I like that one. I came up with that right on the spot, so I'm going to use that for myself. But you can shift the experience. You can turn any problem, any type of thing going wrong, failure, mistake, into a solution immediately. It doesn't take a process of 6 months or 30 days. You can do that immediately. And you will see a world of a difference. And you're going to see how this reality is not so solid. And when these things happen to you, okay, you're manifesting your dreams right now. And when all these things seem like they're crashing down, it's not going to affect you in the way that it used to. Because you're going to realize all of this is happening for a reason. And you're going to give those things a positive reason. Now, sure, you're human. You can feel the feelings. Cool. But then you shift the limiting beliefs, you regulate your nervous system and do all that stuff. Like, I don't care what's happening in my reality. I know what I'm manifesting. I know that I'm on the vibrational frequency of those things. So whatever happens in my reality, give it a positive meaning. And I know I was looking at Bashar, and basically the similarities between what him and Joe Dispenza was saying is Bashar basically says, follow your excitement until you can't take it any further. I forgot what all that stuff he said, but I get what he said. So the thing with that is, if you are following your excitement moment by moment, you are going to have that coherence, like Joe Dispenza said. And yes, you can do it in a different way. You don't have to just do it in his way. You can do it in his way if that is like your inspired, action. By all means, go ahead and do it. But there are other ways to get to a point where you are getting more addicted to the higher vibe feelings. And when you feel frustrated, it's going to be a thing where you can bounce back easier. So if you like content like this, I have a manifesting workbook that will get you right on track immediately. No questions asked. And that is in the link in my bio.